Welcome back to Taranas Toolbox. Today I'll be sharing more tools from my personal collection of things that have helped me in my healing journey. One of the things that I think survivors tend to do though is kind of get caught up in the language of survivor. So much so that we forget who we were before and who we are after. Sometimes I have to remind myself, who else am I besides a survivor? And it's a really big question, and it's a big part of my toolbox because it's an important thing to remember. You know, yes, I'm a survivor, but I'm a wife and a mother and a sister and a cousin and a daughter, and I'm also a writer and a creator. I'm all of these other things besides a survivor. It's not the sole part of my identity. That thing that happened to me is not who I am, right? I'm not the sum total of the worst day of my life. And so I think it's really important that we remember all the parts of our identity, not just the one thing that is important. It is very, very important. I don't want to diminish that or undermine how important it is for you to be a survivor and to know and remember that you are a survivor and to lean into that when you need it. But also, you need to remember that you are made up of a whole bunch of other things. And in fact, it's those other things that help you to survive. If you don't have those other things, if you don't have the parts of you that are creative, the parts of you that are loving, the parts of you that have community, it's going to be that much harder to actually be a survivor. So you have to embrace those parts of yourself. You have to remember that your identity is bigger than any one piece of you. Being a survivor has been what has connected us. And I think because of that, it's really easy to just sit there and to talk about it every day and to talk about it all the time. And so sometimes for me, it feels powerful too, right? It feels like that's your only source of power. When there are times when you get triggered and you feel, the trauma comes back to you, then all of a sudden being a survivor feels like it's not enough. And if you let that be your sole identity, when those moments happen and you don't have anything else and it feels like it's not enough, then you feel like you've lost something. That's why you have to remember all the parts of yourself. All the parts of yourself is what help you survive. So here's an exercise. Take out your joy journal, because you should have that from the last time. If not, just take out a piece of paper and write down the other things that you are besides a survivor, right? You're a winner. You're a completer. You're a thinker. You're a creator. You're a lover. Write that down. I challenge you to list as many things about yourself besides a survivor that you are. Write that down and share them in the comments.